Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in Waldron, Arkansas, and we are excited to get to it. There is a whole lot of cool stuff here. Today's episode is powered by ethanol-free 91 octane and Red Bull. Let's get started. Waldron is a city in Scott County, Arkansas. Its population was 3,386 at the 2020 census. The city is the county seat of Scott County. Waldron was platted in 1845 by surveyor W.P. Waldron and named for him. The Waldron Post Office has been in operation since 1846. Waldron was reached by the Arkansas Western Railroad from Heavener, Oklahoma in 1901, later called the Arkansas Western Railway, a subsidiary of and subsequently incorporated into the Kansas City Southern. The line is now leased to and operated by the Arkansas Southern Railroad. According to the United States Census Bureau, the city has a total area of 5 square miles, of which 5 square miles is land and 0.1 square miles is water. Waldron is located approximately 38 miles south of Fort Smith near the Poteau River. As of the 2000 census, there were 3,508 people, 1,430 households, and 899 families residing in the city. The population density was 704 inhabitants per square mile. There were 1,563 housing units at an average density of 313 per square mile. The racial makeup of the city can be found in the chart below. The founder of Waldron, William Grandison, W.G. Featherston, moved to the area in 1832 with his mother, wife, and 4 children. He built a store/tavern on his property where Main Street was later constructed. The village of Waldron was incorporated as a town on December 17, 1852. The original log courthouse, Featherston's Barn, was located on Main Street and was used until a new courthouse was built next to the barn in 1859. The production of raw material on the surrounding farms and forests sustained the early economy. The landowners sold cotton, corn, and lumber, enabling them to buy or barter for processed or manufactured goods. The businessmen of Waldron provided cotton gins, lumber mills, and grist mills for the yeoman farmers and sawmill operators. Early boarding houses and hotels provided accommodations for travelers along the Fort Smith-Red River Road, the major western Arkansas corridor passing through the center of Waldron. The needs of the people in the community dictated the types of businesses in Waldron, and a way of life system evolved. I'm not sure, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm looking at right here, but this looks like a very old train station. Can you see that? It may be a loading station for some sort of feed or something, but I don't know if you can see that. I'll try to make the video a little more enhanced right here so you can. But that right there has been there a very long time. Coming up on our left here is going to be the C.E. Forester house. I don't know if y'all can see that. It is up there on the left behind the crepe myrtles. It is a famous old house here in Waldron. It's also a historical landmark. The house was built in 1896 by prominent businessman and philanthropist Charlie Edward C.E. Forester. It was listed on the National Register of Historic Places on September 3, 1998. Charlie Forester was born in Parks, Scott County, in 1871. He began his career in Waldron by working in his father's general store. He eventually bought out his father and began the Forester Goolsby Corporation. His commercial ventures expanded to 3 Main Street businesses, selling groceries, dry goods, and hardware. Forrester also began dealing in cotton and timber and establishing several sawmills throughout the area, including the county's largest planing mill in Waldron. There's the CE house again. And that little house right there is for sale. Oh, if that don't look haunted, I don't know what does. Ladies and gentlemen, I can already tell you, this is shaping up to be a long video. There is so much to see here, guys. So much history that has just literally, this town is just teeming with it. We'll go down here to the end and turn around and take you for a pass through downtown. What do you say? We're approaching town from the north, heading south on old Highway 71. Back in the day, when you come down 71 before the bypass was built, this is the path you took. And you got to see all of downtown. Hopefully we'll be visiting most of these buildings you're seeing through here, because a lot of them are historic landmarkers. Well, that's something. I don't know if they'd call that a historic landmark or not, but that was interesting. Pretty sure y'all caught that, huh? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like it's time to take a walk downtown and see what we can find. What do you say? Let's do this. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the downtown walk around. Let's have a stroll down through Waldron here. The Waldron Commercial Historic District encompasses the Old Scott County Jail and the Old Scott County Courthouse, as well as a number of other properties listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Nearby, on Danville Street, is the C.E. Forrester House. The Waldron School Historic District encompasses two early 20th century buildings used for education. Attorney and Judge Billy Roy Wilson lived in Waldron as a kid. Wildred R. Bud Rice founded a Rice Furniture and Appliance store in Waldron and later served nearly 20 years in the Arkansas General Assembly. Upon his retirement, Rice was replaced in the state legislature by Evelyn Ammons. Perhaps the most famous and talented person to whom Waldron can lay claim to fame is composer Anne Shannon Demarest. She composed music for the Alfred Music Company for a great number of years, including a symphonic suite, and was a noted concert pianist and teacher. She was born on November 26, 1919, in the historic Farnsworth House on East 6th Street, and later resided in Arvada, Colorado. The Scott Sebastian Regional Library System, headquartered in Greenwood, Sebastian County, provides public library service to 5 branches in 2 counties, including a branch in Waldron. We're standing right across the street from the Scott Theater, which we looked at the back of, and I know we're shooting into the light, so you probably can't see anything, but I found something, and we're gonna check this out. This place is called Parsley and Ruby, and it's a retro candy store. And just look at this. Antiques you can eat. What do you say we go inside and check this out? Oh, look at this.
Big Country 107.3.
Oh, man. Let's pull that filter off. There, that brightened it up a little bit. Yeah. This is like being in a store that has antiques you can eat. Holy cow. Everybody remember those? Oh. Good Lord, when was the last time you drank Dr. Pepper out of a glass bottle? Eggs! Oh, Coke bottles. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't have one of those old wax flute whistle sets. Looks like a pan flute. You could drive your parents crazy with those things. That was a good way to get a swat in the back of the head from Mom. It's like edible antiques. Oh, holy cow. That's... If you guys want to get by parsley and rubies here in Waldron, Arkansas, you have got to come in here. I'm telling you, Everly will hook you up and you will come out of here on your way to 300 pounds, but you'll enjoy every second of it. I'll guarantee it. I'm probably not going to walk out of here empty-handed either. I ain't going to lie. And courtesy of Parsley and Ruby, we got us some candy and we got us an IBC root beer in a glass bottle. Now, I don't know how the heck you can beat that. And as you can see, we're standing right next to the Scott County Museum of History, which we will be coming back to hopefully here shortly. Backcountry Treasures Thrift Store. Seems we have plenty. Remember when I mentioned somebody needs to sell brake pads in the last video? Telling you, you'd make a fortune in these parts. Oh, pretty good. There seems to be a little bit of everything in here. Oh, just exploring, being a tourist.
Oh, there you go.
I thought I would inquire on the history of this building to see what I can find. The folks around here are happy to talk to you about it and are proud to help keep the good old days alive. What?
This building's
Right.
1886.
1886, wow. That's before a lot of the towns around here were even incorporated. But
See, that's
Yeah.
this building. It was an older picture than that.
look
But,
at those old hand-painted signs.
And then it was originally the Boston Cash Store, and then it became Waldron's first self-serve grocery store. You know, when they switched
Right.
from asking the guy at the counter.
Right?
You know, and then it was a drugstore.
And your name's
Candy.
Candy. You guys need to come here to the Backcountry Treasure Thrift Store because Backcountry Treasures have got a little bit of everything, including some history about Waldron, and that's what we're here for today, is learning all the cool stuff about
Yeah,
this
I bought the
town.
building like a year ago, and then when we redid the sign up above the awning, they had black spray painted over it. So my husband, we were just going to reuse that
Right.
plexiglass. Well, my husband scratched off the black spray paint,
Oh.
and we ended up getting the old B&B sign from when it was a drugstore.
Oh, wow.
So I hung it up in the back of the store.
Holy cow. Lucky there. Can almost not, I don't know if we can see that from down here, but I wonder how long ago they were in business.
It was a drugstore for a really long time. I think they went out of business in the, I want to say late 80s. They finally went out of business.
And that was Backcountry Treasures Thrift Store. We're probably going to have to run through the rest of this at a little bit of speed because I've just got a 10% battery warning on this camera. And I think we need to get moving here. We'll probably have to forego any more visits into the stores. How old do you reckon that is right there? America. No. There's very few places in the world I think that you could ever go and see something like that. Nice mullet. Like I said, I don't believe anyone in this area owns anything that has a muffler. It looks haunted. The Guzzi sure does attract a lot of attention. If anybody wants to move into this little historic part of town, there's one for sale. Still got the metal plate roof on it. That's like a 1920s thing. The Nook Boutique. And the Atlas Coffee Company, which looks like it may or may not be for sale. No, I'm gonna say it looks open. And Rusty's, I think Rusty's might be a little bit of everything. There are some interesting people hanging out in here. They're having a good time, it looks like. I just can't stand it. I had to look. Oh, Lord. Any bicycle collectors out here would lose their minds.
Oh, I know.
Oh, look at that. Little pedal tractors. I nearly died in one of those school desks just like that. So it's when you went to stand up is when the problems happened. And you forgot to slide out first. You took the desk with you. Oh my goodness. And that was Rusty's thrift store. They got a little bit of everything in there. Antiques and some stuff that I hadn't seen in a long, long time. We're coming up on Parsley and Ruby again. And that's going to end our little downtown walk. Now we are going to try to visit a few more of these little sites. Historic places, and maybe we can find a little bit of didn't know it was there kind of places. Right up here on the left, I don't know if you can see it, but catty corner to my left across the street, it's one of TripAdvisor's little places. It is on their list of places to go see. You know, I think if you have a muffler in this town, you're in the uncool crowd. And right over here across the street is a little cafe called the Rock Cafe. And ladies and gentlemen, I have eaten here, and it's good. It's worth stopping in. Trust me, just do it. Eat it. That's the end of the walkabout. We're going to stop by the museum and a couple of other places before heading out. I'm going to throw in some of the cool still shots I got while exploring the area. Well, folks, we weren't really able to tour the inside of the museum yet. There's a lot of it that's not finished. It is pretty cool. It is made of the old Scott County Courthouse. And I am here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this is a good spot to check out. I'm just amazed at just how much history is in that building. And there's some originally handwritten, quill-written documents in here that are perfectly legible. And they have them transcribed for those who don't read cursive. But it is amazing. It is truly a place to check out. So if you're coming down Highway 71, check out 71B Business going through the middle of Waldron, and you will come past all these places that are in this video. It's worth doing, I promise. And ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you will forgive me, as it is pretty darn hot out here. We got a heat index out here in the triple digits, and I'm thirsty. And we're gonna head over here to the store and get us something to drink. There's Scott County Jail on the left. I think. Yep, it is. Check out that old house right there. Ain't that something? And although there is a lot more to see here, it's getting pretty dang hot. I think we'll finish this up possibly the Scott County Jail and Original Baptist Church here at the Waldron and call it a day. The old Scott County Jail is located on West 2nd Street in Waldron, adjacent to the Waldron Commercial Historic District. It was listed on the National Register of Historic Places on May 16, 2002. In 1907, plans were made to build a new jail to replace the old wooden jail that was in derelict condition. According to Judge W.A. Bates, J.O. McCartney was chosen to build the new jail after recently constructing a new courthouse downtown. The stone jail was completed in 1908. On March 22, 1933, a fire destroyed the courthouse that McCartney had built. A new courthouse opened on February 21, 1935, with the third floor designed to serve as the county jail. Well, and here we are. We're coming around the back side of the Scott County Jail, the old Scott County Jail. This is now turned into something different, and right now, I don't think it's open. But, like I said, we would come by and visit it. It is now the Scott County Historical and Genealogical Society. Upon completion of the courthouse, the old jail was vacated after only 27 years of occupancy. The Works Progress Administration, WPA, made plans to renovate the former jail building to serve as the public library. The library occupied the building from 1938 to circa 1947. After the library was moved to a different building, the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts of America occupied the old jail. They moved in as early as 1949 and continued to use the space until the mid-1960s. During this time, the Boy Scouts added 2 brick fireplaces, painted both the interior and exterior, replaced broken glass in the windows, and maintained the grounds. Notably, Federal Judge Billy Roy Wilson spent time there while in the Boy Scouts. The building then housed the Scott County Department of Juvenile Services. Several different offices occupied space within the old jail throughout this time period, but there is no record of the occupants. In 1987, the Scott County Historical and Genealogical Society moved in and has since occupied the entire building. And we're probably going to do a little ride around here through town. We're going to stop by the Waldron Baptist Church there, which has got some history there to it. And, you know, honestly, there's probably more to be seen here and more to look into. But I'm here to tell you, when the heat index is hitting 107, it diminishes your interest no matter how enthusiastic you can get. So, without further ado, yikes and away. Yikes and away. Okay. Yikes and away. Yikes and away. Now up here we need fuel too. Ooh. Dang, looky there. Look at all these old houses. Probably haunted, but still cool. I'm going to drop a little background tunes and some of the stills we have shot today. Now, I'm not sure if y'all noticed that on that sign over there, but it says Waldron True Will Baptist Church. And it looks like it says Pastor Bro. And we're gonna hopefully shoot a picture of the correct Waldron Baptist Church, I hope. If not, I'm gonna have to drive all the way back here and get the right picture. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is our official cruise around and head out. And yeah, it's getting hot enough out here to where you sit still for very long, especially with a helmet on. Your head starts to cooking and your ears start to ringing. And dizzy on a motorcycle is not a brilliant thing to be. So we're gonna get the wind moving again. I'm gonna give a short ride through town, and then we're gonna get out there on the Highway 71 and head north. And we are gonna head back to the hacienda. If you guys know anything else that's cool places or stuff like that, let us know in the comments. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Like and subscribe it. Oh, it's just a couple clicks. Come on, you can do it. That helps us out anyway. Helps us bring more of this cool stuff to you. And we'll catch you on the next one here.